How's it going on here, guys?
Pretty good. Hey, how you doing?
Very good, very good. Ed Zemba, by the way. Nice to see you, Gaynor.
Hi.
How's it going?
Jessica.
Nice to meet you in person, Jessica. But today we got out of the gate. We got a good idea about what they're looking for, the style of photography, and the fact that it's a nice match for what we will be bringing to the table that day. Our goal is to gather as much information as we can ahead of time so that come the day of your wedding, the last thing you're even thinking about is photography.
We wanted mostly pictures of our guests, candid photos of our guests, or not a lot of formal photos of just the two of us. More of our friends and family.
I definitely would say that we see much more in the photojournalistic direction than the formal photography direction. We still have people that come in that want formal work, but by far most people really prefer the more hands-off, free-flowing style of work, of photography that we've always enjoyed doing.
They say that's their main goal, is so you don't know that they're even there. That you go out through your day and you don't realize the amount of photos that they've taken of you because they're kind of always in the shadows, in the background, doing the photos. And it's good to know they're not going to be right there in front of you at all times.
The other thing that we were thinking about is, trying to make the formal time as short as possible so we don't miss out on the beginning, because that's one of the parts we're most excited about. So.
Yes, we can move that along for you.
It seems like the photos are going to take a little time, and I think it's a good idea to do them before the ceremony. That way, afterwards, you can really enjoy yourself, and you're not having to think about getting everybody together, and finding everybody to take these photos. You kind of just get it out of the way quickly, and I think that's a good idea.
Again, by planning it in advance, that you hear me say all the time, by planning it in advance, that seems to make a big difference as far as how fast it goes. And the other thing I always remind the couple is that you guys, although family doesn't always necessarily agree with this, but you guys are in charge.
Yeah.
Okay. For one thing is that Robert and Leah will not try to take over on a day of the wedding. They won't try to tell everybody exactly what to do. They'll certainly guide everything, but they're gonna help you guys understand that you guys can make all the final calls. If there's an aunt who is slowing everything down, and I love aunts with cameras, that's okay. There's usually about 300 of them at every wedding, which is fine. But if it gets to the point where it's really slowing things down, he'll probably just let you know that, and then it'll be your call to let everybody know they can kind of put their cameras down and stuff. Only because what can happen is, and this is something a lot of people don't think of again until later, is that if you're looking at Aunt Sophie, you're looking at Uncle John, and the bridal party's looking at us, later on when you get your photographs, hey, why am I looking over there? Because you've got 27 people that are all having fun, and they want to get you a photograph. But
I thought Gaynor talked a lot until I met Ed. He was pretty long-winded, in a good way though.
I want to do the receiving line, because one of the things that we tell everybody, if you don't do the receiving line and you don't do the pre-ceremony, I'm sorry.
No,
it's not you.
I have a leg cramp.
So, no problem. I get a jaw cramp sometimes. Anyway.